What's up everyone, this is Joey, Bliss Response, and today we're looking at the Collide 4 from Heimbach and Joranalogue. Let's get right into it. Alright, so we've got the Collide 4 here from Joranalogue and Heimbach. Really interesting and cool synth voice slash processor, filter, frequency shifter, oscillator. Let's hear it. Bringing it up. First off, we're monitoring the oscillator 1 output here. And you can hear it's just a sine wave. Sorry, I had some FM plugged in there, but we're going to talk about that in a second. So, sine wave. It has through 0 FM. If I plug into this jack, real through 0 FM. Take note, everyone, this is what through 0 FM is supposed to sound like. You have this symmetry control, which lets you bring the oscillator down to no cycles, and then flip negative or positive. I'm using just a sine wave from the XPO to modulate it. So you get the idea. Now a saw wave modulating. A little bit of reverb. Slash delay from Mimeophone. Great sounds. Increasing the reverb. Sounds crystalline. So this has many different outputs for doing stuff. We're just monitoring the oscillator. There's this monitor output, and then you have a lot going on there. Cool little surprise. But basically, this is the oscillator going through the bandpass filter. This is meant to emulate Heimbach's test equipment. I've been to his studio, I've used the test equipment, and it sounds massive. And it made me even consider buying some. I made a little sample pack while I was there for myself. Been there a few times, so every time I use it, it's really cool. But basically, you got this bandpass filter, your center frequency here. You can track the oscillator with the switch. As you can see, it gets super fucking loud when you crank that resonance. It's got a little notch here to know when you're basically on the edge of self-oscillation. Here's center, which is supposed to be 0, and then you have this preamp here, which can really clip like crazy. And if you put a signal through it, like I'll take some drums, you can get some fucking crazy distortion. Variable bandwidth filter. Good for your rhythmic noise. Pumping. So you go all the way to plus 30 dB. Nice little ping frequencies there. You can send a gate out to ping. The filter. And you can hear it pinging there. We'll put the drums back in. And since we have the filter tracking the oscillator, it gets nuts. We can make that free. And let's say we want to FM that filter. We'll just bring in and have the drums FM it into the to the center frequency. And you have some great squelchy sounds. I love this type of sound. I've always liked this type of sound. Yeah. Bumping. And then with more gain, you obviously get less squelch. So you gotta find the sweet spot. It's like the ending of Nine Inch Nails' Great Destroyer from Year Zero. He does a lot of this kind of stuff with what I'm assuming is a Sherman and a Great Destroyer pedal from Dwarfcraft. But that's not all. We've got all these different outputs. So we're gonna monitor that. We've got this X out and this Y out. I'm gonna go to the stereo input because I got this going through my vortices. And you can also use this as a frequency shifter. If you do this 90-degree phase shift. Now we're frequency shifting. Proper analog frequency shifter. Often I get asked if I was to design a module, what would I have designed? And it would have been something like this. And one of the things that kept me away was like, oh, it's gonna cost like $800. And I wasn't far off because I love frequency shifters. So here we are. We got one. And what can I say? It's really, really good. Wow. Wide stereo too. We're gonna make it FM from the drums. That's such a crazy fucking sound. Oh, to do the frequency shifter proper, it's actually these two outputs. Anyway, it still sounded cool. I've been on tour with Frontline, so I forgot some of the finer details of this thing, but what I do know is it can sound crazy, and that's what we're here for. I used this a bit before tour. Did not use it on tour, because it felt a little too precious, and it didn't work with what I was going for the Frontline stuff. But anyway, enough of that drums. Let's start sequencing proper. Go from the X and Y outs. We can do this kind of like stereo complex oscillator voice. We're gonna send it some pitch CV. We're gonna gate it, have it going through a stereo VC. So what I find is that this really favors higher frequency stuff. take another out here. So now that's the oscillator one out. I think the vortex is a good companion to this. You can see I have multiple outputs mixed here. I'm gonna keep mixing them. Sometimes my speech gets all garbled because I have the headphones on and I don't know, life is weird. Anyway, we're gonna mix in the X plus and minus Y outputs too. Got some basic techno. Had to open up that time constant. Yes. Okay. The time constant has to do with the lock-in amplifier concept that this machine is built around. Basically, like a lock-in amplifier would be used to amplify really quiet signals in a piece of audio, as far as I understand. Somewhat like a compressor, but less focused on dynamics. I'm not going to be able to explain it well. I'm honestly not super interested in the concept. I just want to know, can it sound cool? I don't think knowing about that is required to make cool music. But anyway, I like the general, like, clean sine wave tone of this thing. It really gives me a lot of pansonic vibes. You also got this really nasty phase output, which I'll show you now. Which again is shifting them out of phase in some way and giving you crazy cool distortion. And you got the mag output, which is yet another variation. So there's a lot to do here, and then cross-patching it with itself. We're back to monitoring these outputs. So I'm gonna take the phase output into the filter center. And now we got some crazy fucking distortion. Oxy 1 sequencing, in case you're wondering. Actually gonna take that through an attenuator. But that's a pretty wild sequence. Phase output. Send it to a VCA. Patch that into the center. Bring it up slowly. Now we're only monitoring the X and Y outs. Wild. I'm gonna remove that modulation. Ooh, I like that high note. Reminding me of Orphix a bit, or obviously Pansonic. Anything with sine waves is instant Micavenio. There's no way around it. The man was the master of the sine wave. And Ilpo. Let's not forget Ilpo. Nice. I like that. now that's the oscillator output. It's got that like rubbery stretchiness to it. We'll take the monitor output. Bring that into. Lot going on. Let's get it going. Real FM. Playing with the FM frequency. Crazy! It's like underwater dark psytrance. Oh no, we went there. Like squeaky toy psytrance. Alright, let's get out of this ridiculous place. We're gonna take out that FM because I want to do it with a VCA too. But that's honestly pretty cool. Let's just hear that FM. Fucking insane. That's real through Zero FM. Which sounds better than any other implementation I've heard. When you have real through Zero, it sounds the best. Clavis said their bipolar through Zero is not meant to be traditional, and that's what I completely understand, but frankly, I think real through Zero sounds better, so that's my official response. Listen to that fucking shit. I'm just playing it from the Oxy One keyboard. Now I'm playing with the XPL frequency while I play. Yes! Pumping! Brutal! Bring in more outputs. Oh, this thing is crazy. Oh my god! There we go! That's what I've been looking for this whole time. Just absolute fucking wildness. Oh my god. Let's do more. CV into time constant. bring that mag modulation back in. That's our dry signal. What the fuck is happening? Wow, it's really freaking the fuck out. Yes, finally. We did it, guys. Wow, where are those bell hormones coming from? Taking out that mag modulation. Go from the OSQ output. No, sorry, that was the phase modulation output. The phase output, rather. Modulation from the phase output. I can't think. This is so crazy. Ah! Oh my god. And then playing with time constant and the frequency. Slow the time constant modulation. It's just like stretching through a wormhole. Like you've just been crushed by the black hole and you're morphing into a 2D. I don't even know, like being squished by a hydraulic press. I'm sure you've seen those videos going around the internet. I'm just gonna plug shit back into shit. We haven't even done exponential FM. We're gonna do it now. Mag output. It's an exponential FM. My fucking god, this is nuts. Can we return to normalcy? Has the world ended? I don't even know what's happening anymore. Absolutely monstrous. Everything low. Huh. That's all from that time constant. If I pull that out, X and Y, and the X minus Y. See if we can get back. Wow. Nuts. Wild. Oh. so spacey. Wow. That is completely out there. A little bit of feedback. Wild. In that low octave. Oh my fucking god. Wow. Oh my god. We have unlocked it. This is where the real juice lies. Oh my god. Just playing hand bass line on the Oxy one. Fuck yeah. Wow. There's so much juice here, like I took off the reverb and delay. But I love because you have this like very low distorted tone, and then mixed in you have like an octave, a couple octaves higher tone here. Like you hear it there, it's almost like aliasing. But here, it's alive. And the time constant. This is one of the craziest things ever. You just gotta really spend time and get to the juice. This is the best run I've had with it. I tried to do this review a couple times before, but we finally fucking got it. They always say analog is the best, and I'm sorry, but analog is the best. There's no way around it. This type of playability, extreme modulation, and just aliveness to the sound is unparalleled. Turn the sequence back on. Wow, this is a new favorite. Wow, wow, wow. Just brutal. You ever heard anything like that? There's no, it's just, it passed into itself. Oh, I love the gain mod there. I put an LFO on that, and you could see it going from clear to clipping. Heimbach and Joranalogue Collide 4. So that was wild. The Collide 4 is really special. On paper, when you read about it, you're like, oh, resonant filter, frequency shifter, oscillator with through zero, and lock-in amplifier. It doesn't seem like it's gonna take you to crazy places, but what it is an incredible collection of modules that work well together, both as a processor and a voice, to create incredible sounds. It is truly alive, and I have to give it up to Joranalogue. His aesthetic, to me, reminds me the most of Surge or something, visually as well as in process, because you can patch more complex functions and sounds by patching the module within itself and with other modules. It excites me to see that there are still new sounds to be found within analog. I heard a lot of intense extreme modulation today, and stuff that can be used musical, at least to my ears, that offered new tonality that I haven't heard before. And in general, I just found it super special. I'm super excited to dig in more. It's a difficult module to get into, and I'll be honest, my first few times using it, I didn't fully get it. I understood what was happening, but I was like, I don't know if this is that great. But in further use, and especially today, I unlocked what I feel is the next level within it, where I'm like, all right, now I get it, and it is really special and really cool, and these tones are hard to find elsewhere, so it's super special. I'm really excited about it. Of course, it is expensive, but you're getting an analog frequency shifter, an analog variable bandwidth filter, a through zero FM oscillator. This is a seriously complex synth voice. It's not just one single module. This is comparable to a DPO or something else, so keep that in mind. I have to give it up to Heimbach and Joranalogue. Stefan Heimbach and his test equipment. The studio is amazing, and it is really cool to use, and I can fully see how that has been translated here, and it's great to have it, because that stuff is so massive. So anyway, samples of this jam are going to be up on Patreon as always, if you want to use them in your own productions. If you want to support me, check out my music on Bandcamp, check out my label Megastructure, check out the affiliate links, and I'll catch you next time. I'm going to be playing a fashion show in Berlin. There's going to be information right here, as well as on December 20th, I'm coming to the US, and I'm going to play a DJ set in Milwaukee for Drop Bass Network. Flyers right up here, so catch you at those maybe, and until next time, peace.